of hardware issues, where I still am pushing for faster machines. The displays we have and the computers are still very slow for many of the tasks that I wish to accomplish in the user interface. Just the process of zooming in or panning through a display is too slow on most machines, and I need to be able to smoothly and continuously move, zoom, or pan across a visual image. I'd like to be able to open up a dozen windows at one time and not have to wait for each one to open, and close them all rapidly as well. We can do a lot better in providing faster displays that offer animated presentations of information. The other development of high-speed networks is moving ahead with remarkable speed. I just saw the press release about the National Science Foundation's network, which last week cut over from the T1 backbone of 1.5 megabits to the T3 backbone of 45, a 30-fold increase in the capacity. But the remarkable thing is it's barely keeping up with the demand. In August of '88, there were 195 million packets. By November of '92, there were 24 billion packets, 120-fold growth. That turns out to average 11% growth per month in the usage of these networks. The frenzy for information is profound. People are seeking to connect and to communicate and send things back and forth. During the past election campaign, both the Clinton and the Bush campaign groups used volunteer coordination by electronic mail, and it produced a lively flurry of information. In the morning, I'd wind up with sometimes 30 or 40 messages with the campaign speeches and rebuttals and schedules for the day, and offers to volunteer from many people. And I think while it was only a few thousand people who participated, I think by the next election we may see many tens or hundreds of thousands or more millions of people participating through the electronic environments. I think the pressure for larger and high-resolution displays continues, and high-precision pointing is also a necessity in these environments. We do continue to see the appreciation for color and multiple gray levels, as well as the increased demand for video and audio. I think it's also enjoyable to see the emergence of these notebook or pocket computers. I brought one in here, just this little display, which I've enjoyed during the past year with my family. This Franklin Electronic Encyclopedia, which has a modest display and allows me to search through this very large encyclopedia, carry it around with me, and follow hypertext links among the documents. This one's about Charles Darwin, English naturalist, grandson of Erasmus Darwin, with a link to the biography of the grandfather, and so on. I think we'll be seeing many more of these kind of devices, electronic books, portable, small devices such as Apple's Newton, which is proposed for 1993. The other attributes of the other kind of technology are the CD-ROMs and the capacity to carry large amounts of information in your pocket and to share it with other people. The software side, I think, is, for me, the exciting place for designers of user interfaces to focus their attention. The graphic user interfaces continue to emerge and are standardized increasingly, but I still see room for great improvement. As I've mentioned, multiple window coordination, I think, is the major next step in going from these first-generation window managers so that we can reduce the amount of time in window housekeeping, reduce the wasted effort from overlapped windows that don't serve the user's needs, and speed their operation of 6 or 8 windows at a time. I certainly see the multimedia and hypermedia directions to continue to grow. The hype on hypermedia has calmed down, but we're getting to more realistic projects and their proper integration into operating system software. Collaborative systems are continuing to flourish, and again, we'll hear about that during the second hour today. Our efforts have focused on the control issue of how users can gain greater control of the user interface, so control panels as a way of user tailoring and ways for them to create macros and history keeping and to do programming in the user interface to carry out a sequence of operations and then have the machine automatically repeat it. And as I say, the information visualization theme will continue to grow. And that theme I tied to the notion of sight for sore eyes.